Um, Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I just have been really busy. Um, but I wanted to make one today because today is a very awesome day. It is my birthday. And, well, I'm not actually celebrating it today. I'm not celebrating it until June, but May 26th is my birthday, and I'm turning 16. Very excited. And, yeah, my mom went downtown and got me this to learn how to drive because she didn't do it when I was 15. So now I'm a whole year behind. And I was the oldest in my group of friends, so I was going to be the first one to get my license, except my mom just didn't feel like going and getting it. So now I'm going to be the last one, and I won't be 17. I won't get it until I'm 17, so yeah. So, but still pretty excited. Pretty funny actually. My mom told me to get the car out of the driveway and pull it back and pull it into this little ditch that's near our driveway.
Okay,
and I was like, I'm like kind of really stupid looking because I'm so excited. And so I get the keys, and my friend Raven's over, which she was in the past video. That's Raven. And I was like in the front seat, and I got the car started. She looks at me, and I look at her like, what? And she looks at me like, and she unbuckles her. I'm like, you're not staying in the car? And she didn't actually have her seatbelt on. She got out, and she got in the back seat, and she stuck her seatbelt on. And I was like, okay, I guess that's cool. And what was funny is, I don't know if you guys have seen Tron. I haven't, but I bought one of their songs on iTunes. It was like a dramatic song or something, and I just wanted a dramatic one. It was like, well, I'll put a little clip. Anyway, so that was playing, and it was just kind of funny because like you had this dramatic music in the background, and then I'm just like trying to drive, and I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no, and it's like there's nobody on the street. We live in this neighborhood where it's all little old people, and it's just like, it was so hilarious because it, like, there was nothing going on, and I was terrified. And all of a sudden this big F-350 just comes down the road, and Raven's like, oh my god, and she starts like jumping out of the car and running out, and I'm like in the middle of the road, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was so scared, and I just like was frozen, and my mom's like, get out of the car, and I'm like, I can't, and she like opens the door, she's like, get out, and he's like, okay, here's us, and he's coming like right here. And so she hops out of the car, or I hop out of the car, and she hops in, and it's like, pew! Like, it was so close. Oh my gosh. That was a couple, like, months ago, but it was still kind of funny. And I don't know if you guys can tell, camera's pretty crappy. But, I have, like, this braid, this French braid here, and then my hair, like, hangs over this part, and it's really cute. If you Google Lauren Conrad, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's what I have in my hair. For my birthday, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, the other thing I got, okay, so my mom got me this parakeet for my birthday, early, because I wanted one. I saw some videos on YouTube, and I was like, wow, parakeets are pretty cool. It's on my shoulder, do these little tricks through a little tube, and have it on my finger, and be like, make it fly to me, and all this. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I was like, okay, can you take me to Pet Supermarket? I go get a parakeet? And she's like, I guess. And this is my mom we're talking about. This is the lady who didn't even want to fish in the house. Like, oh my god, ever since I was little, I was never allowed to have pets, but somehow I convinced her to get me 2 cats. We had gotten my dad a pair. He doesn't live with us though, but we got one for his house, and we were like, do you like it? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but you know, it's the first weekend, like everybody says on YouTube, you have to tame them and do all this stuff. And anyway, and he was like, I don't know what really her personality is yet. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's, you know, it's cool. And I was like, hey mom, wasn't the bird like really pretty? And she was like, Yeah, it was. It was really small, but it wasn't too big, and it was real, real pretty. And I was like, yeah, wasn't she quiet? She was real quiet for a bird, wasn't she? And because we had to keep it here for the afternoon. And she was like, yeah, yeah, she was. And she's like, I guess if I had had a bird, I probably would have bought a parakeet. I'm like, I can work with this. I started just going off, and it was just, in a week I had a parakeet. It was just like, I just know how to work like my mom. Like, well, it wasn't like I was working her. I wasn't like a con person. Like, I did stuff to get her. Like, I had to work for it. But anyway, we went to the pet store, and I got this amazingly beautiful bird. She was a freak. Like, oh my gosh. And it was like, she was one of, if you look up, she was one of the rare kind where she was like blue and white. And she was so pretty. She's the only one in the tank thingy like her. And I just thought she was really pretty. And I took her home, and my brother got this really pretty yellow one, and it was like the green and yellow kind, but it wasn't ugly. It was like, I think most of those kinds are ugly, no offense, but his was really pretty. So I guess there are some pretty ones out there. But his had, the head was all yellow with no stripes, and it was like, it had this like green body, and then the tail was like a limeish green yellow with a black tip, and then the stripe, like the boning of the tail, was black. So it was really cool looking. And he still has his, and his name is Sunny, and his is awesome. It does everything. So my bird was evil, even though it was so gorgeous. And so I convinced my mom to let me take it back to the store because the store said you could. And I'm like, okay, I need a different. And this is like, I am the biggest animal lover out there. Like, if it was up to me, I would have all of my dream pets. Texas Longhorn. Yeah. I want it as a pet. I could go on and on for all the pets that I want. But anyway, so that was like the first time I've ever given up on an animal, and I just don't know, that bird was just so evil. At the store, and so I took it. Okay, and I was like, is there any way, like, that I could exchange her? Because I still want a parakeet. I think they were, because I got a second bird that's ugly as crap. Oh gosh, it's a he. Just so ugly. His beak is like gray. Like parakeets, I've never seen a parakeet with a gray beak. And I'm like, okay, well, if he's ugly, he's gotta have, there's gotta be something about this bird that's cool. Like, I think every animal is pretty, but I'm telling you, man, my bird is so ugly. Oh. So, take him home, and he seems pretty chill in the car. And my first bird's name was River. Well, actually, River Song, but off of Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. But just called her River. And this bird I named Hachi. Like, when you go to the store, don't expect your parakeet to be like these ones on YouTube, because it does not work like that. Oh, and for my birthday, I think we're still gonna be my sweet 16. So, but I'm not rich like most of the other people in the universe. So I'm not doing this big thing for my birthday. I'm just having a sleepover, and we're either going to Carrabba's with Raven, Hannah, Megan, and Lindsay. You don't know, you know Raven. She's the one that's in some miniature golfing and order pizza and ice cream sundaes and stuff. You know, I'm really not this stuck up usually. It's really only because it's my birthday. So that's it. Nothing much else I can think of, but hey, you know, it would be a really cool birthday gift from you guys. That'd be really awesome.